Hello, 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 hello. Ooh, okay. Hello, hello, hello. It is your girl. I'm coming on live. I won't be long because Her Majesty, as some of you know, Her Majesty is asleep. So I am taking advantage of this time to present this. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This video will be part of my health and wellness health and wellness playlist. I am your girl, Shy Rosalind. And please, if you are so inclined, like and subscribe. Sharing is caring. And I appreciate everyone who's subscribed. I appreciate everyone who's watching this and everyone who has supported me on my little itty bitty YouTube journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today I wanted to talk briefly, and I can always do an update if anyone is asking. So as most of you know from watching my playlist, I have fought cancer twice. And the second go round, I had to go through several months of chemotherapy. And my journey is on the playlist, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So now, thank goodness, I am at the point where I am doing what's called maintenance chemotherapy. And it's every 6 weeks, and it's one medication. As previous, my main chemotherapy was 3 different medicines every 3 weeks, and it took a toll on my body. I lost almost 30 pounds. I have gained some of it back. I have neuropathy in my hands and my feet. That will be an ongoing thing that I will be getting treatment for. And, but the big stuff is over. So now that I'm in a new stage, I decided to take a look and see what happens next. The big stuff is over. You're kind of starting to feel better. What can you do as a patient to help your body, basically? So, as always, this is not medical advice. This is not medical advice. This is not medical advice. This video is a result of my individual experience. Please consult your own medical professional for advice and treatment that is tailored to you. Okay, so we're getting that out of the way. So, basically, some of the basics. What is chemotherapy? Chemotherapy is a type of cancer treatment. It's called chemo for short because it is a group of chemical treatment that is put into your body. It's several that use maybe one drug. It might be 3 different drugs. It might be 2 different drugs, and it depends on the type of cancer that you have. It depends on how far along you are, what your rating is as far as your cancer, and it's something that your oncologist will put together for you. It's drugs basically, and they are they're usually put in intravenously, either through a vein, which usually the first round they might do it through your vein, but then eventually what usually happens is they will have a port inserted, and that's also on a previous video on my channel. They have a port that's connected to a vein near your shoulder, so that way you don't wear out the veins in your arms. And that's how your drugs are administered. Okay. So, and once your doctor gives you the names of the drugs that they're going to use, of course you can Google it and get more information. Usually the doctor's office will give you the information. They'll give you the stuff that the drug company types up and the side effects and things like that. And again, that's something you need to discuss with your doctor if need be. So anyway, you've gotten through the hard part. You've rung the bell. They call it ringing the bell. You've completed your main run of chemotherapy treatments. You made it. Congratulations. Woo-hoo. Um, and I tell you, I was very happy because I only had 6 rounds of chemotherapy. Some people have more than that, and I don't know how they do it, because I had 6 rounds of chemotherapy and my body was wrecked. Even my oncologist said, "You beat up. We need to try and get you far away from this main chemotherapy." So you've done it. You've gotten through. You're in remission. Whatever your body is doing, it worked, but your body is not happy. Maybe you've lost a lot of weight. A lot of people lose weight when they're on chemo. There's fatigue. Your hair is gone. You've got the neuropathy. You just don't have any energy. You might just even be depressed. One thing I noticed with my treatment, it wasn't just my oncologist who was checking up on me. I had the nutritionist check in at least almost every visit, and now she calls me every couple of weeks to see where I'm at. Then the chaplain called me. She called me again, by the way. She's been calling like once a month. The social worker called. Um, people have been calling to do follow-ups, even if it's just over the phone. And the other reason is because you can develop depression. I mean, think about it. Your body's going through this rough stuff. You've lost weight, no appetite, you're not in the mood to do anything, and you can't do everything that you're used to doing. So there is a chance you can become depressed. So all of that has to be factored in, even after you finish your treatment. Um, so, oh, so what I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to share this screen. Bear with me a second. Yeah. I'm going to share 2 things, and another thing that can happen. You can get what's called brain fog, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share that right now, because that's something a lot of people have issues with. And this is from the Cleveland Clinic. All right, there we go. And this is from the Cleveland Clinic, and it talks about what it is, what chemo brain is, and what to do about it. So basically, chemotherapy brain fog, aka chemo brain, happens when you're coping with cancer or cancer treatment, and it affects your ability to remember and act on information. Usually chemotherapy brain fog is short term, but some people may have symptoms for months after they finish treatment. So what can you do? And okay, I'm going to have to pause this just for a moment, guys, but just to take a look at the screen, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So anyway, that is what chemotherapy brain fog is. And then let's see. So basically, you feel like you can't think that quickly. It takes a moment for the words you're looking for to pop in your head. Um, and it's short term. It doesn't last too long. Sometimes it can last a few months. Sometimes it can last longer than that. So um, let's see. Symptoms. Here's some of the symptoms. You're having trouble thinking of the right word, having trouble following a conversation, having a short attention span, having trouble focusing, you're having trouble multitasking. That's something that I've noticed for myself. I have to do one thing at a time. I have to put things in my calendar, otherwise I will forget. Um, and you're feeling sluggish, you don't have energy. I've had that too. You're feeling clumsy. I haven't had that part, but yeah, attention span, thinking of the right word. Sometimes, it's like on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue, and it takes a moment or two for it to pop up. Um, then, of course, to the physical issues, you losing sleep. Um, that was hard part too. Not necessarily the being stressed, and then of course, as most of y'all know, I'm a caregiver to a parent and a sibling. So on top of that, I was not, and I still not getting enough sleep. But that's something I have to work with by bringing in more help. Um, Losing your appetite. I lost my appetite, but it came back with a vengeance once the main chemo stopped. And the gabapentin is also making me hungry. So that's another thing I have to work out with my oncologist. And again, you are watching the Eclectic Experience. I am your girl. We're talking about recovering from chemotherapy, what you need to do to kind of get your body um, back and happy again. So there are different therapies that might be recommended, depending on how bad it is. Cognitive rehabilitation, movement therapy, basically exercise, to help you slow down and focus. They sometimes they'll recommend Tai Chi, they'll recommend some yoga, um, everyday activities where you need to focus, something that gives you a regular routine, can help. Gardening, if you have a pet, making sure your pet, take your dog out for a walk, go play with the dog, play with the cat, that kind of thing. And then meditation is sometimes recommended as well, because you have to focus when you're meditating. So um, that helps. And then of course, how do I take care of myself? You have to, with chemo brain, you should let people know that you're dealing with it. Sometimes um letting people know that what you're going through, that actually helps them to help you. They don't assume that you're just losing your mind. um Keeping track, which is another way of developing a new routine. you know Type in a quick note in your phone or write it down, do a journal. um Track your situations, your state of mind, what activities make you feel confused, what activities are helping you. um, and of course, easy to follow daily routines, keeping a written schedule, which why I mentioned I have to put things in my calendar, especially appointments and stuff like that. I have to put them in my calendar, otherwise I run the risk of forgetting. Getting enough rest and sleep, which at the moment not happening for me. A healthy diet, And that again goes back to contacting the nutritionist if you have questions. But yes, veggies, fish, fruit, protein shakes if you need it, supplements if they're approved, that kind of thing. Regular exercise, go out and walk every day. Try and, nothing too crazy. Don't go in the gym and haul a whole bunch of weight, but, a walking around the block, going to the gym, do 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the treadmill, something to get, as they say, get the endorphins flowing. um, can help. And then doing puzzles or word games on a regular basis, which is something I do. I play this game on my phone called Wudoku, and it's a puzzle game, and I do it every morning. There's they have these challenges, or they have what they call the daily game. And the past few months, I've been doing the daily game just about every day. And if you do a certain amount of games in a row, it gives you it gives you like a little, what's the word I'm looking for? See, keep my brain. um, it gives you a certain little symbol every time you finish. And when you get to the end of the month, if you make it to the end of the month and you don't miss a day, you get a little extra symbol and stuff like that. And it does help. It helps focus. Some days are easier than others, but it it does keep you going. I used to play the word games that come on the phone, but they got slick. They started charging when you got to a certain level. They wanted you to pay to collect your points. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So I do play solitaire too. I play solitaire on my phone. And that helps too, just to keep your brain active. So I'm going to move along. I'm going to share another screen. We're going to stop this one. And we're going to share this bad boy. So, yes, feel free to like and subscribe. Sharing is caring. Comments are always welcome. I know it's Sunday morning, so I know a lot of people who usually would watch my stuff are probably like out and about and not up yet. That's okay. Replay gang is cool too. You can catch the replay and share with a friend or two or three. So let's see. So we are going to talk about briefly things you can do after your treatment. So, and this is courtesy of the Mayo Clinic. You can go to their website. They have like a wealth of information and suggestions and all that good stuff that can supplement, what your doctor has given you as well. And it can also, if you have general questions, it's also a good place to go. So what I'm going to do. So basically, like I said at the beginning, you finish your main treatment. You're ready to, get your body back where it could be, should be, and what you can do to help get over that getting beat up by chemotherapy. And according to the Mayo Clinic, basically the recommendations are pretty much the same as they would recommend for anyone. Exercise, a good diet, healthy weight, sleep, reduce your stress as much as possible, avoid tobacco, and limit or just avoid alcohol. So that's important actually, because sugar is, there's a theory that sugar feeds cancer, and which is sugar is something folks need to avoid. Very difficult for me because I am a sugar fiend. I am an emotional eater, so And of course, with the gabapentin, my sugar cravings have come back. So that is something I have to work on. But they do suggest regular exercise, even if it's just taking a walk every day. Um, just do some gardening, get outside when possible, walk your dog a couple of times a day. Um, Take a walk through the neighborhood if you can, that kind of thing. That of course, if you and it says here, if cancer survivors who exercise, you can increase your strength and endurance. It can help ease some symptoms of depression. It can ease your anxiety. It can reduce your fatigue because you're building your body back up. It should improve your mood and your self-esteem. You should have a little less pain as well, because moving around, get that blood circulating. It should improve your sleep. And then it helps lower the risk of the cancer coming back because you're strengthening your body. And it should also help your sense of well-being as well. So and as it says here, there are many other benefits of exercise. It's good for your heart, your lungs, and your other body systems. Cancer survivors are encouraged to exercise on a regular basis. And like I mentioned earlier, it says it doesn't have to be a whole lot of exercise. A daily walk, take your dog out. Walk to the store and walk back. Take a walk through the neighborhood. If you belong to a gym, just get on the treadmill for 20, 30 minutes. Nothing, don't, have to do anything crazy. Um, and it says sometimes you won't feel like exercising, and that's okay. Treatment side effects such as fatigue can keep you sidelined. When you feel up to it, find a gentle activity that feels good. For example, like I've been saying, take a walk around the block. They said Tai Chi is supposed to be good because it's a gentle way to exercise. You're still moving, you're still getting your body together, but you're not doing it in such a way that's going to jar your body or freak your body out. Of course, eat a balanced diet. They said more vegetables, less fruit, healthy fats, so plenty of fish, all the fish you want, all the veggies you want, water. And then, yes, you can have some eggs, nuts, seeds, that kind of thing. And there is something called the alkaline. Diet. It's a working theory that you're trying to you're trying to keep your body alkaline so that it gives the cancer less of a chance to get back, because cancer prefers an acidic environment, which is why they tell you to stay away from sugar, as much sugar as possible. That's a working theory. I tried it when I first started doing the chemotherapy. I tried it thinking it would help. It might have, I don't know, because the chemotherapy really worked for me. So I'm not sure, but my weight loss was so quick and so severe that the nutritionist had to tell me, like, ease off the alkaline diet for a little bit until you finish your treatment. So now that my treatment's officially finished, I have to try and get back onto the alkaline stuff again. But the hard part is, like I mentioned, the medicine I'm taking for my neuropathy has pushed up my appetite. And of course, with all the stress that I'm currently going through, because Her Majesty is not sleeping at night, so I'm already like overstressed and and I'm eating again. So I have to try and get myself back on track with that. But In the meantime, they do suggest, being careful with supplements. Make sure your supplements are cleared by your doctor. I mentioned on one of my earlier videos, I had some supplements someone gave to me, and my oncologist immediately said, do not take them. Because one of them was actually contraindicated for chemotherapy. So they're still sitting on my shelf. I haven't touched them yet. Um, I am allowed to take vitamin D, D3, and I think that's it right now. And my iron supplement, which I put in my protein smoothie. So those two supplements I'm allowed. But again, this ain't medical advice. Talk to your doctor. Maybe that your doctor might recommend a daily multivitamin, and that's it for now. So again, talk to your doctor or oncologist about that. But yeah, that's supplements are, believe it or not, supplements are can become a concern. So you have to really watch that. And of course, they said you may have gained or lost weight. And of course, for cancer survivors who need to gain weight, that's what I needed to do. I no longer need to gain any more weight. Talk to the dietitian. They gave me a list of foods that I could use when I was eat more of when I was losing the weight, and I had a little bit of nausea. They told me what to do. And then if you need to lose weight, which I'm at the point where I literally gained back half of what I lost. So now I'm at the point where I need to stop gaining weight. So that's something I have to talk to the nutritionist about. And of course, getting enough sleep, which is a problem because I can't get enough sleep right now. That's a story for another day. Avoiding caffeine before bedtime, try and have a regular sleep schedule. Avoid the computer and television screens for about an hour or two before bedtime, which is very hard for me to do. Exercise no later than 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. That's no problem. And keep your bedroom quiet, dim, and cool. I have no problem with that one. My bedroom is usually dim because I don't sleep with a light. Cool, that's no problem. Quiet can be a problem. Because my mother's bedroom is connected to mine by a wall, and when she is up and about, yeah, anyway. Oh my goodness. Of course, they suggest that you reduce stress. That helps you recover. And they might suggest meditation, counseling, support groups, medicine for depression, exercise, and interacting with friends and family. That actually was very helpful for me. I was in touch. There are people that I talk to at least once a week. If I have questions, concerns, or if I just need to vent, or if I want to share something funny, then I have people that I can call, like friends and cousins and stuff like that, people like that I can call. So that's good. That's actually a good thing. That's worked for me throughout this whole adventure. And of course, last but not least, don't smoke. And if drink alcohol in moderation, if you choose to drink it at all. They usually recommend don't drink it. If you were drinking alcohol in moderation, try not to drink it anymore, especially because even though there's no definite proof that the alcohol can make your cancer come back, but why risk it? Shoot. Alcohol is kind of overrated anyway. So just looking to see if there's anything else. Yeah, so that's the bare bones of how to care for your body now that the chemo is over. Again, this information is from the Cleveland Clinic and the Mayo Clinic. I might do an update and I'll let you guys know how it's going along for my own care. Let's see, I'm trying to think, was there anything else? See, chemo brain. Was there anything else I wanted to share on this video? On this live? Actually, no. I did want to talk about caregiving and caregiving and this sort of thing, but I think that's going to have to be a separate video. I'll either pre-record it, or if I'm able to sneak in a couple of minutes, maybe I'll go live. But that is a totally different topic for a totally different day. So anyhow, thank you for watching on the replay. I know, like I said, everybody's like out and about, and it's Sunday morning, so I'm sure people are either at church or at brunch or whatever it is they're gonna do. So thank you all for watching in the replay. Feel free to leave a comment. Questions are always welcome. Please, if you are watching my channel for the first time, feel free to subscribe. Sharing is caring. And if you are so inclined to support the channel, my Cash App is scrolling below. My Instagram is Shy Rosalind NDB. You can follow me there. If you are so inclined, it's not 100%. It's not necessary. And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody who has supported me, and I hope this has been helpful. If you are about to start chemotherapy, or you're getting out of chemotherapy, you're finishing up, and you're wondering what to do next, hopefully this video will help you. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon.